So, Lost Ark got me thinking. What are we paying for? Right? Because, well, looking at it now, it's just an overhyped Korean game. You know, they said, oh, the PvP is amazing, the gear's equalized, and it's kind of stale. I mean, you gotta think of it like this: each character only has 8 abilities. No, I'm sorry. Like, they have access to like maybe 20 abilities, and maybe only like 10 of them you can like rotate, and you only can have 8 at a time, right? I'm not gonna get into like the specifics, but it was overhyped, and then now everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, the PvP is dead in Korea." Like, like 2 3 years ago, they're saying, "Oh, it's equalized. It's the most amazing thing ever." And it's like, it's just I don't know who overhyped it. It wasn't really even like, it's just all these content creators just fucking lying and shit. I don't know. But the point is that what you put money into, when you give a company money, you're saying, I like this, I want more of this. Right? So let's take a look at Lost Ark. So, what is Amazon's job? It's their job to bring it over here, translate it, bring it over here, provide servers, do all that, right? So let's look at how well they've done that job. Uh, Very lazy. First of all, I mean it's another topic, but like the the story is atrocious. But that doesn't discredit the absolute laziness, and it's kind of disrespectful to be honest. For a $1 billion company, I don't care if it's just a sister company of Amazon. It has the name, it has the money. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna just like throw dimes. And it was Bezos's freaking third uncle running that company. He was chosen because he knows him and he has some experience, managing the warehouse in Sweden. I don't know, like it's irrelevant. But the amount of laziness, the translation, like there's just typos. There's like no spacing after periods sometimes, and this is like in skill tooltips. And these are mistakes that literally you can spell check for. It's like a spell check that it's like they didn't spell check it. Now I don't remember if there are any like misspelled words, but it really did have a lot of those like spacing problems, right? So they failed. They failed. I know it's legible, right, and it's understandable to your average English speaker, but it failed on like the quality. It's just I don't know. Was it machine translated? The story was too bad for me to really even care, but still, it's just like I'm giving I'm giving Amazon money to continue this trend, right? Um, the second one is the censorship. So if I'm giving Amazon money, I'm saying I like what you did with the costumes here. I like that. You agree with this. You're saying this is good. You might not personally like it, right? You're not gonna like every aspect of the game, but I'm going over each one, and it's like, are we okay giving money, supporting these all of these together? Like if it's just one of them, right, and then everything else is okay, fine. But like when all these combined, it's you're making an unholy product where just complete laziness and greed and I don't know an agenda, whatever you want to call it. It's just poor. They did a poor job. Now, the next one, yeah, the skins, horrible skins, and I was thinking about buying one, but I realized that they're doing the same. They try to bring it over here. They try to quote unquote westernize it, right? But they're taking all the stupid ideas, like the one costume a month thing. I think that's international. Like every place it's been localized, it has that same thing where it rotates costumes. There's only like two costumes per class, and then you have one costume for like a month. That's a horrible business model. If you look at Black Desert Online, I can buy costumes since that were there since the beginning of the game launched, and they're good quality costumes. I mean, well, I mean the quality's been going down, but like some of them are like really good, and it would be like really awful if I wasn't able to buy it because I didn't play that month. And first of all, again, you're supporting with Black Desert Online. You're funding crazy expensive costumes. $30 for a virtual item on one character. That's crazy. $30. That's a whole indie game right there. That's a whole $30 is a whole experience you could be having. You could buy 10, well not 10 books, maybe like 4 ebooks. You can have with $30 you can do so much more. Now let's argue, even if we were to argue that $30, $20, that I get my money back by enjoying the game. You're still funding, like they're only gonna make it more expensive. They're not gonna make it cheaper. So if I'm giving them money, I'm saying yes, $30 is a completely fair price for a virtual item for one character. Right? That's what you're saying. When you give them money, you're saying this is okay. I want more. Now, if you look at Black Desert, if you give them money, look, I've given them money. I've given them more than I ever want to admit, right? But I'm not proud of that. And I was actually, after Lost Ark, I was like, the big disappointment. Like, I was looking for other games to play, and I went back to I went back to Black Desert, and I was like, I'm gonna put some money down. And I'm thinking, hold on. That's what perpetuated this thought process of funding. What am I funding? What am I giving money to? And it's like, I'm giving money to Black Desert for Pearl Abyss to continue making a horrible game system that relies on you swiping your credit card and overpaying for virtual content. Content. It's a costume. Is it really content? I mean, if you look at it like this, fighting game characters with a whole bunch of animations, voice lines, they're like $6. And then you compare that to a costume for one character that doesn't even change their animations. It doesn't even, like it's nothing new. It just looks different, looks better because you look dirt poor if you don't if you don't drop $30. And it's like, this is okay. This pricing is okay, right? Now, back to Lost Ark, right? Next is the classes. Now, almost three of the classes, well, all the classes I really wanted to try didn't even release. So, I'm already like non-committed to the game, and like the fact that they think that, oh, let's instead of making everybody happy now, let's just delay the release. So it's like, oh, look at this cool new class, so people can come back. And again, I don't want to support that. You have the classes ready, they're just sitting there, right? Oh, it takes forever to localize. I bet you it's all done. It's all done. Like, with how lazy and sloppy they do it, it has to be done. Because they're just doing a shitty job anyway. Let's not act like, oh, they have to localize it to 5 languages. Yeah, but they're doing such a shitty job anyway. Let's not pretend like they're being meticulous about it. Freaking machine translate that. So the drip fitting of classes, disgusting. Like, 3 of the classes that I wanted to play aren't in the game. So it was very easy for me not to give a shit. Maybe if at least 2 of the classes that I wanted to play were in the game, maybe I'd still be playing it now. But all right, so that actually moves on to the last one. What are we giving our money to? So the last one is the lies and the incompetence. Okay, so I mean, I feel like it's easier to write an article than to go piece by piece of all the shit. Like, but I don't really care about the game anymore, to be honest. To write, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like they've done so much, and it's like I'm glad I don't care about the game anymore because it's like it's just been disappointment. You know, I still keep tabs on the forums just to like see if they've improved, and it's like finding out a girl you liked is trying to get someone else pregnant, and it's like, oh, I get someone else pregnant. No, I mean, you know, baby trap someone else. You're like, oh damn, I dodged a bullet. Whoosh, whoosh. You know, you see it and you hear like the wind whoosh through your ears. Whoosh, dodge the bullet. So I could just sum it up. Like they said, oh, we're gonna release. This is the April roadmap. What is a roadmap? Roadmap says, oh, this is what we're gonna release. This is what's gonna happen in April. They fucking released the roadmap in the second week, and then they released the content 2 weeks later. That's not how a roadmap works. If you're gonna do a roadmap, you have to do it for the next month over. You don't do it in the month and then release the content 2 weeks later. Why don't you just release it? And it's just like they have to be. I don't even think it's motivated by money. This company has failed for like a decade, just constant fails. This isn't. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they're not drip feeding the classes because it's the greedy way. It's because they're so bad at their job. They can't get their act together. So that's another reason why you're giving your money to this company. Now, I've used Lost Ark as the prime example, but you can look at any other game. Black Desert Online, right? Now, I played that during my dark ages. Okay. Now, I wrote a whole article on gambling games because I was working like 60 hours per week, and I was like, you know, like I don't have time to have fun. So I've invested my money into this gambling game. And then it just hit me. I'm like, holy shit, I spent $1,000 and I don't even have access to what I want. And then it was just, once that hit me, I just deleted the game and I haven't looked back. I've never really thought about it. And it's just like, what are you putting your money into? When you put your money into a gambling game, you're giving someone money to not give you what you want. Because if they give you what you want, you're not going to spend money. So I spent $1,000 in this game, and I'm like, I'm not even fully experiencing this game. Just let that sit in your brain. It sit in mine for a while, and maybe it also led to why it was so easy to quit this game. It's like you have to invest so much to get to the enjoyment. Oh, it gets better later. It gets better later. It's a game. I play a game. This might sound entitled, but it's not really because I'm willing to put money down on it. But you play games to have fun. Who the fuck is playing games to have fun later? If you want to do something that has benefits later, learn a skill. I can't believe people are defending this. Like, oh, gamers are so entitled. They want everything now. Yes, I want my fun now. That's why I'm playing the game. What is this mental gymnastic of, oh, you're entitled because you want to have fun now. You gotta earn fun. Earning fun is the fact that I'm earning fun, but the fact that I'm not investing in a skill that I could potentially profit off of, like I don't know, real estate. I don't know, like whatever, a skill, a fucking instrument. You know, once you become homeless because you put your money into gambling games, you're gonna need to learn an instrument. You gotta learn to hustle. So invest in the future instead of playing these games that like try to hold off fun. Do something more productive. I don't know. Like you're doing these chores in these games that are objectively not fun. They have no good story context. They have no good story motivation. They're not mechanically fun. They're usually bring X to Y location. So they're not fun, and then these people they brag about how many hours they have, and it's like, yeah, you're bragging about how much time you threw down the toilet. There are these games that they're like, oh, at least the game is free and it brought me X amount of hours. After you play Lost Ark, when you play the leveling experience from 1 to 50, you're like, yeah, you have 500 hours in a game that wasted 300 of them just so you can have 200 hours of fun. No human being has had fun in the leveling experience from 1 to 5. And again, I'm using Lost Ark as a prime example, but there are a lot of other games that do this too. So keep defending these games, keep on putting money down, or keep on throwing your time down, and keep on enjoying it because that's what we're all gonna get. Time wasters.